It's a Sunday morning here in a grey and drizzly Ireland. Beautiful, but grey and drizzly. And I'm thinking about presents. I'm thinking about presents a lot at the moment. I'm about to run a workshop on presents in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks today, actually. And so my head is a lot around presents. And particularly, I'm reflecting on a podcast I did a while ago now, a week or 10 days ago. Uh, with somebody who works in the business world in America, and we talked a lot about presence and such things in relationship to business. And one of the problems is that people think of think of presence as being something to do with, just personal development, or it's something vaguely spiritual or woo-woo or something, which of course it isn't. But also because people think that, they think it's got nothing to do with the reality of business. Business is getting up and running your business, and it's tough. Yeah, damn right, it's tough. I know I run a business. It's very tough. What's presence got to do with all of that? And so business people far too often go, it's intangible. We can't define what presence is all about. You can't, put a bottom line on presence. So, we ignore it. Well, if you ignore presence, if you ignore the notion of presence, you ignore one of the most important things that you can be paying attention to as you want to grow your business. And I don't care whether your business is a small company, a big company, whether you're the manager of a department, or whether, like me, you're a solo trader just trying to earn my living in a slightly complicated and difficult world. By business, I mean going out there and swapping some of what you have for the ability to put food on your table. And maybe you're doing that in collaboration with other people, either collaborators or employees, or maybe you're just doing it on your own. What's presence got to do with all of this? Well, you see, what presence is at a fundamental level is connecting with reality. Getting out of your head and connecting with reality. Reality only exists in one place. It exists here now. So presence is about connecting with here now. Presence is about getting rid of distraction. Presence is looking at what is, not what if. Presence is about grounding yourself in the only reality that there really is outside the flow of your own fantastical thinking. And that reality is the here and now. So imagine that you are going into a meeting with someone, whether an employee or somebody that you want to work with or whatever. And you go in there going, yeah, I know who this person is. I know what they're going to say. You don't. You may suspect what they're going to say. But if you're not present with them, if you're so tied up in your own assumptions, you're not going to hear them. And even if you're right about what they're going to say, you won't hear how they're saying it. You won't be able to hear that maybe behind what they're saying, they're actually saying something else. Maybe behind an anger, there is a pain. Maybe behind this, I want to be really helpful to you, there's in fact a contempt. If you're not present with reality, you will not be able to taste the complexity of that reality. If somebody comes into a meeting with you and you're so wrapped up in your head that you kind of, yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do the other, they're not going to feel heard. Even if you pretend to listen to them. Yeah, I'm listening to you. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do what I said in the first place. They're not going to be heard. Why should they give a damn about you and your business if they're not heard? If you want a team that will go the extra mile, I don't necessarily mean doing extra hours, but I mean put something of themselves in, some of their creativity, some of their ideas, some of their insights. If you want a team that's going to do that, why would they do that if they're not heard or not seen or attention isn't paid to them? The only place you get to pay attention is in the present moment. The only place you get to hear is in the present moment, see in the present moment. Attention is how we give connection. Presence is how we give connection, create connection with the people we're working with, working for, or our customers. Think of a customer who comes to you, whether you're like me, a coach and a mentor, or whether you're working in a shop, or whether you're creating some other kind of product. And see, I had an experience. I've been trying to buy a spare part for a cooker, and I have to buy it online because it's not available in Ireland. So I have to buy it from England. And there's two companies, and one of them, you have to look at the pictures and click on the picture, and you get the product sent to you. Now, I don't really know what the product is. It's an internal part for a cooker. But I didn't know about the second company, so I went and I clicked on the picture, and the part got delivered eventually, thanks to Brexit, all delayed because of customs. But anyway, that's another thing. Got the part delivered, and it's the wrong bloody part. It's got to go back now. Somebody told me about the second company. I went there, you look at the pictures, you click on the pictures, and then there's a phone number, says, if you're not sure, give us a ring. So I gave them a ring, and somebody answered and went, yeah, okay, look, I think that's the right part, but let me check the drawings. And he went to look at the blueprints for that particular model of stove and went, yeah, it is the right one. I said, oh, okay, I actually need something else that goes with that. If I order this, is that the right part to go with this? And he looked at the blueprints and went, yeah, I'm pretty certain. I'm 99% certain that's the right part. If it's not the right part, then you can send it back. I talked to a human. He was present with me. He was hearing me. He was listening to me. He was responding to me. Surely, if you run a business, you want your customers to feel it's a human experience to be buying from you. Yes, we use the convenience of Amazon, but many of us feel it sticks in our craw. I don't use Amazon anymore, actually, but it sticks in our craw that an inhuman experience based on the exploitation of people. Surely you want your business, whether you're a hairdresser or you're in manufacturing or you're offering a service, you want your business to make people feel good about working with you, about buying from you. Well, the heart of that is, of course, to have an excellent product, but there's lots of excellent products. The real heart of that is to make people, your customers, your colleagues, your collaborators, your employees, feel that you have paid attention to them, that you have been present with them. And that, of course, is about personal, mental discipline. It is not remotely surprising that the heart of being able to create a human-centered business is to work on your ability to be fully human. I think it was the head of Google who said the currency that people fight for online now is attention, customers' attention. I think that the ability to make people know that we are paying attention to them is the secret source of all interhuman transactions, including business or friendship or community building. The ability for people to know that you're paying attention, actually paying attention, not faking it. You can't fake it. Have you ever sat in a coffee bar with someone and you're chatting away to them going, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. And suddenly you look at them and you go, that person's not listening to me anymore. Suddenly they've gone, nothing's changed really. Maybe their eyes have flicked a bit, but nothing's really changed. They've gone. They're gone. They're no longer paying attention to you. We are hardwired to know when someone's paying attention to us. In earlier phases of our evolution, it was a matter of life and death. You don't get to fake it. You don't pretend to say to your customers, yeah, I'm really listening to you. I am, when in fact you're thinking, how much money can I extract from this mug? We know when we are being treated like a human. As an employee, we know when we're being treated like a human. You don't get to fake this stuff. So, the heart of it all, the secret sauce, is the ability to be present with yourself so that you can listen to your own needs and desires and intuition, with the people you work with, and with your customers. How do you become more present? You train your mind. It is a process of developing mental discipline. I'm running a workshop 2 weeks today on the 8 principles I use to train your mind to become more present. Be lovely to see you there. Book in. There'll be a link in the comments below this video once I've got it up online. Hey, have a good Sunday. And at some point today, just pause and be present. It's the only place to be.